wasting. Don't you know? Well, you should know that I'm just in it for the thrill of it. I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. We're moving till we're drowning idea. I'm just in it for the thrill of it. I just wanna get the hang of this, and I know there is no cure. Drowning idea. I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the highlight. Just the high feel living in the high life drift. Just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the highlight. Just the high feel living in the high life drift. Just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the highlight. Just the high feel living in the high life drift. Just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for just the high life drift and the highlight. Just the high feel living in the high life drift. Just the high life twist on the high life. I'm just in it for
James, what do we expect this season? You're going to be in for the endurance races, I believe. I know we count on you at NBC to hit all the IndyCar races, hopefully this season. But tell us about your schedule and expectations.
Yeah, so for me, 3 races on the calendar for this year. Rolex 24, which we've already run. Sebring 12-hour coming up in March. And then I got to sit for a while and wait till October to drive again at the Le Mans. But no, it's the expectations are high. You know, this team, even though they're going through such a big change with that manufacturer switch, the level of performance that they've showed over the years, that's created an expectation with this group, within this group. They're here to win. They don't race just to show up. They don't race to sell cars necessarily. They race. That's a nice knock-on effect, hopefully. But they race to win. And no one on this team is using the manufacturer switch as an excuse to not show up to the racetrack every week with the intention of winning races. So we didn't have the reliability we needed over the 24, but we had pace, which was encouraging. We're expecting to show up to Sebring and contend for the win. We're expecting to show up to every track and compete for the win.
Richard, you've worked with so many brands, you've experienced just about every brand on the planet from an automotive standpoint. In IMSA racing, professional sports car racing in the US or in the WC in Europe, you have more manufacturers, more teams than they have space for now. It's unprecedented. At Le Mans, the list of teams and manufacturers wanting to be in that race is at an all-time high. We're at the peak of sports car racing throughout time in terms of that demand. Why is that? Why, in an era where we're talking about, you know, occasionally autonomy and EV and things like that, everybody wants to go racing, and it feels like the more we ramp up on one side, the more people still want to go experience it.
Yeah, I think it's an inevitable thing. It comes out of our collective consciousness or unconsciousness. And if we think back to the dawn of the car, what was the first? Well, the first thing we did was invent it. The second thing we did was race it. Day 2, oh, this is good, you've got one. Mine's faster than yours. They've always courted us because, as I've said several times during this event, these things were the machine we designed and made as human beings to give us access to everything that we need beyond shelter. Everything after a roof over our heads we have to go and get. So we made a machine that enabled us to go and get it. And if I have a machine that lets me get to the resource, the mate, the party, whatever I need faster than you or you, I'm winning. So racing was inevitable. And I think we're seeing a reinvention of the car. We're never going to see the end of the car. And during this process of reinvention, we're getting a reminder. I think it's just bubbling up spontaneously, a reminder of how crucial, how critical this machine is and what it means to us. So I'm not surprised that as it polarizes out between the purely utilitarian and the intentful, the on purpose, the considered, we're going to see more racing, we're going to see more collector cars, we're going to see a renewed enthusiasm for classic cars. All the really good bits, all the cool stuff around our shared passion are going to bubble to the surface, and I think more people are going to cast around them. It's all good.
So to summarize, there was Adam, there was Eve, there was Steve, and then shortly thereafter a McLaren 720.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say that was the order of it. Yeah. Write that down quickly so we can remember.